A fire at the New Providence landfill forced the closure of a local school today and has sparked more concerns about the frequency of blazes at the troubled site.
After 2 days of working to get the fire under control, officials told ZNS News Today what their suspicions are about the source of the fires. Here's Carla Palmer.
The blaze started just before midnight on Monday, and on Tuesday, it was still smoldering at the New Providence landfill. Chief Operating Officer at Renew Bahamas, the solid waste management company responsible for the city's landfill site, Mike Cox, told our ZNS News team they are working feverishly to extinguish the fire.
We've got 2 dozers and 6 Mack trucks working on it with an excavator, putting organic fines and fill on it. It's in a separate location to the previous fires. It isn't connected to the previous fires. So it's the 4th separate area that has had a fire in the last week. And we've just agreed to mobilise a team to work throughout the night. So we'll have a dozer, excavator and trucks and a water team on throughout the night. So we'll work on it continuously, 24 hours a day, until it's gone.
Cox added that the wind also poses a challenge. The smoke is so severe, Aquinas College on Gladstone Road was forced to close early Tuesday as the school is in the direct path of the smoke.
We've spoke to the staff. There's a number of our staff who are residents in Jubilee Gardens and Pine Gardens, so we're asking them how they are, how their families are, etc. It's really thick smoke, as you can see behind us today, and we're going to hope to get that cut for tonight, so that we've thinned it through. We've got deep sympathy with everybody who lives in that surrounding area, and we're working tirelessly to ensure that it stops.
Of the 4 fires that emanated at the landfill last week, Cox believes they were all started by individuals, whether intentionally or not, and he's calling for tighter security at the city dump.
We believe that they've been started externally. There's no connection between the fires. One was away from the landfill in some material that was in the bush. I think we need to have tighter security. I think we need to have better rules, and we need to give longer hours for us to get the site covered down. We've been trying to work with the DHS on this. It was one of our fears that this might happen. We need to get to a position where there's no more waste exposed anywhere on the landfill every day.
The site reportedly opened until 9 p.m. Cox says the Renew Bahamas team would like to secure and close it earlier. It's a matter, he says, that must be addressed again with the government. Carla Palmer, ZNS Network News.
Another suspect has surrendered to police pending charges linked to the tearing down of a fence during last week's Paradise Island protest. It's expected that he'll face 3 charges before the courts on Thursday: damage to property, resisting arrest, and assaulting a police officer. Yesterday, police charged 2 men and a woman with destruction of property related to the same incident. Cabbage Beach vendors sparked demonstrations last week as they protested the restriction to beaches on Cabbage Beach, where they operate their businesses.
Still on court news, a DNA expert from the U.S. testified via video link today in the double murder trial of the 4 men accused of killing immigration officer Shane Gardner and Tishna Brainin. DNA expert Shelley Johnson told jurors that she received a number of items for forensic analysis back on January 16th of 2014, including teeth from the murdered victims. Johnson testified that she also received a tube of blood from the mothers of both victims, Alice Gardner and Ingrid Brainin, and after testing, she concluded that they were indeed the mothers. The testimony was part of the prosecution's case in the double murder trial of James Johnson, Daniel Coakley, Zintwarn Duncombe, and Cordero Saunders. The trial continues before Justice Indra Charles.
Also from the courts, prosecutors are seeking the death penalty for the 3 men convicted of killing an American sailor back in 2013. During today's sentencing hearing in the Supreme Court, prosecutor Ambrose Ambrister contended that the convicts Craig Johnson, Anton Bastian, and Marcellus Williams should be put to death for killing Kyle Bruner. The American was shot to the neck while trying to help 2 women who were being robbed on East Bay Street. The prosecutor indicated that none of the convicts have shown remorse for the crime. He also noted that following the 2011 amendments to the law, Bruner's murder falls within the a category which qualifies for the imposition of the death penalty. But Craig Johnson's attorney, Nathan Smith, disagreed and reminded the court that each case must be determined on its own merit. He also cited authorities to back up that case. Justice Indra Charles will hear submissions from other defense lawyers when the hearing resumes March 23rd.
If you know of a crime, please call Crime Stoppers at 328-8477, toll free 242-300-8477. You can also check them out on www.crimestoppersbahamas.com. Let's stop the crime before it's your time.